Hi guys, Tiffany here. Welcome to my quilting live. Today is Sunday the 29th. Oh, I remember because I just wrote it down. Don't forget, if you're new to my channel, head down there, hit that subscribe button, ring that bell, get notifications when I'm on, and don't forget to like my videos and share them. Alright guys, I'm trying to get this started at the same time so that we can get to what I'm doing today, which is not much, and it's quilting related. It's just something I've never done, so you guys will be the official watchers of a beginner project that I've never done before, because I've never done it, so I gotta learn sometime, and it's quilting related, just not my normal thing. But I figure if I learn how to do it now, then I can do other things. Okay, let's see. Where is, oh, there it is. Trying to find my own live, and I'm going to turn it down right away. Whoop, there it is. Okay. All right. Hi, Vicky. Hi, Diane. Hi, Linda. Well, now my phone's got all sorts of notifications. All right. So I'm going to put this here and then show you guys what I'm doing. Hi, June. Hi, Michelle. All right. So I'm going to move my water out of the way. Our quilt life missed you today, Diane. Michelle. Okay. So I already cut this part off because I was trying to read the directions without having to carry a big, huge panel around with me. So this is a panel that I had, and I probably have more somewhere. I don't know where, because I made the baby a little stuffed flour sack doll or feed sack doll with Raggedy Ann on it, and she loved it so much. Triana wanted one so badly, and she's sick, but she really wanted one, and so I says, well, I'll make you one, but I cannot find it. I don't know. It's not in here, so it's probably in the boxes of stuff I have yet to bring in the house from out in the garage. So I'll have to find, for now, I found another project, which is this panel to make a trick-or-treat bag. So that way she could have the one and only trick-or-treat bag, because I doubt anyone around here is going to have something like this. And I have never made a bag before. And I'm literally studying the directions on here. I don't follow directions very well, so I will figure this out as best as I can. So you guys get to watch me figure this out, as well as today is also chat, ask questions. I know a lot of people have been emailing me, and I said, remind me, and if you're on live, ask the questions while you're here, and I could also show other things while I'm here, how to do something. So hi, Teresa. Let's see who else is here before I start cutting this out. All right, everyone's just saying hi. Okay, so I guess I start by, and don't mind if you kind of see other projects. I tried to push them out of the way. Those are being made into a video, so yeah, I have it kind of out of the way so that I could make a video, but I needed somewhere to put it all, and I don't have anywhere else to put anything. So I'm going to start by cutting out. This is the front and back, and then this is the lining, it says. So, and then these are the handles. So I'm just going to cut it out with scissors. Yay. Yay me. This is what I used to do when I first started, was scissors. Everything was done with just scissors, because I didn't have a rotary cutter or anything. And I've never done this. So we're going to figure this out. And if any of you have ever made a bag, you could also chime in and say something. And I should put my phone close to me so I can see better. But I will figure this out because I need to. I promised Triana I would make her something. So I am going to make it for her. And there's directions on this whole entire thing. But, I mean, these panels for making things say front bag, back bag, front lining, back lining. I don't think any of that matters. Once you start putting it together, it should make sense. So, let's see. Everyone's still saying hi. Diane has made several bags. Linda, hello, you're running behind me. Linda, no, I'm not running behind. I'm actually on earlier than I normally am. Usually I don't come on until after 5. But the girls went home early today. So I am on before 5 because it's only 4:22 here. Oh, and this also has 2 little hello characters that I guess sew to the front of the bag to make it look like it's, you put the cat face on the cat face and the bat on the back where the bat is, to make them like 3D. But Triana said she didn't want that. She said she just wants them to be little stuffed animals for her. So I will be making those as well. And I have to make a separate lining because I'm quilting it. And my batting that I have, all the stash extra like scrap crap batting I have in here, I don't want to try to run it over the feed dogs. So yeah, I need this part of the directions up. So we'll save the pillow for last. Here's the straps. And I guess I'm going to need my ironing board kind of free to do this as well. All right, so let's start with the lining, I guess, and cut this out nicely as best as possible. I'm really not good with scissor cutting, but I shall figure it out. I shall conquer. It's pretty cute, too. I've never seen anybody with one of these, but then people make these all the time. But I've never seen it. And I'm assuming that I have to sew around all these little curves of it too, which ain't really bad, I guess. It's kind of curve shaped. There's a ton of YouTube videos on making bags. Oh, I know. I figured I'm going to try my best just to follow direction. I really suck at directions. You guys know that. I also suck at following a line with scissors. But if I can do it, you can do it. I'm pretty sure these kind of panels can be found at any fabric store. A lot of my stuff, like these kind of things, were donated, or they were in big piles of stuff that I would get at yard sales, or like a big bag at the thrift store of just fabric or mixed stuff from places. But so who knows where it came from, but I have it and I'm doing it. I probably should have just cut them both at the same time, but I didn't. And I'm supposed to leave a little opening for sliding it through. I think said it was supposed to be wrong side to right side or something like that. But I'll figure it out because I'm pretty sure I've seen it done before watching someone else on a video. Okay. There's that one. One piece down. 4 more to cut all the way around. Sun coming up to take for eye surgery tomorrow. Good luck with your eye surgery tomorrow, Vicki. You have to wear a patch on your eye after that or something? Like, does it get covered with tape and stuff? I don't know how that works. I've read about surgery for glaucoma before. At the eye doctor, actually, on one of those pamphlet things. So I'm just following this line. This is pretty thick fabric, too. Pretty sure all panel fabric like this, though, for projects are pretty thick because they need to be. And it says to quilt or sew the front to the batting to quilt it. So, but I'm going to use just another lining I'll cut out and quilt it as they're full like this, and then cut them out after it's quilted. Because I'm just guessing here by what the directions say. If I'm not doing it correct, then you guys can stop me. But we'll sew this part together first. And it says to leave an opening, so I'm going to leave an opening. It slides over the other part, right sides together to the wrong side or something. I don't know. I read it 100 times now. I even read it right before going live. There we go. Okay. This goes right sides together first. We're going to sew around this to the little spot where it said leave it opening. As well as I have to leave the top open too. Cataracts. I knew it was one of those things. Cataracts or something. Sorry. All right, that's where the opening says. So, right sides together, and I'm going to sew right here. And I'm pretty sure it's a 1/4 inch seam. Yes. Kind of weird for a bag, but okay. I'm going to back stitch as well. Hello, Sinead. I am making a Halloween panel bag for trick-or-treating for Triana because her sissy got a little stuffed doll, and I couldn't find the rest of my panel dolls. I don't know what happened to them. They're just randomly in a box in the garage, probably. I'm just using white thread. I probably should have pinned, but I didn't. I never pin anything, though. You guys know that. I mean, I do if I have to. But you are witnessing me making my first bag ever. I've never made a bag. Never made anything other than dollies, stuffed animals, pillows, pillowcases. And I'm making a bag. I'm just following the contour of these little areas. And I'm going to back stitch at this top, come to this side, continue sewing at the other side of that little opening mark. It's a historic moment, definitely. I will remember it forever because I'm making a video. You guys are witnessing it live. All right. I guess I leave this wrong sides out. So there is a lining now. So that will be the inside of this little baggie. Now to cut some batting and quilt these. And I have this, I just take batting and stuff it into bags. I'm hoping that this will be enough. Okay, where's the opening? There it is. Is this the right size? Let's see. If not, I have a bigger piece. It's literally not enough. Let's try this one. Ah, there we go. And I'm just going to use some, you know, that cheap polyester stuff that I have that I didn't know what I can do with. I'm going to use some of that as the secondary lining, I guess, for this bag. There's one. And here's number 2. So this will be a very thick bag. that out of the way and cut some of this crappy polyester stuff that I don't know what to do with. Quilting inside of something seems like the perfect thing to use it for. I just need one cut in half. It needs to be this wide. And 2 pieces. Look at that. What better way to use this stuff up? Okay. And we'll cut it up here on the fold. And this piece goes on this one. And this piece on this one. We're going to pin them, or I'm going to pin them. You can do whatever. And just pin it so that it stays nicely. And then do some quilting on it. Just some with the regular foot. I just want it to stay nice and flat. Look at me, guys. I'm using pins. I guess I'll just follow all these little lines on the pumpkin. And I'm just using white thread because I don't think I have... Nope, I don't have any orange. I have black, but black will just be too bright or too dark. All right, one ready. Oh, and I have to cut batting to go in the arm pieces too, but I'll do that when I get to it, or the handles, I should say. And you guys can correct me if I'm doing this wrong. Hi, Susan. Yeah, you can tell this is the back because this is blank sides and they want to put the little characters sewn on here, but I think that would look weird. All right, pinned enough, pinned enough. Now to quilt. So I guess I will just, I know what I'm gonna do. I'm just gonna quilt across, no. I'll just quilt up and down and create squares. Cross hatching up and down. If that makes any sense. All right. I can't have my phone right there though. All right, let me quilt this real quick. We're going to start right here in the center at the top, within the limits of this little character. I'll back stitch a little. And I'm going to do a bigger stitch purposely to make it look regularly quilted. Right down the center. Just go right through the center of the nose and the center of the mouth. And then I'll put another line about right here. I'm just guessing. No specific measurements. And I using the stitch at 3, which is like, I don't know, 9 or 8 stitches per inch, something like that. Oh, right here. One here. And another one right here, right at the edge. Turn it around. Do some stitches on this side. lines are not symmetrically apart from each other. They're just whatever. Hi, Dawn. Hi, Susan. Can't stay at a rock concert. Wow. Look at you. All right, now to go this way. So I have now quilted up and down, and you can't see from the camera, but it's white, and I'll bring it up close in a second. Now I'm just going to go this way. Pretty much a grid. Now that the word came to me, a grid. I am quilting it like a grid. And then obviously the quilting trimmings will come out. I'm not using my walking foot because anything that gets bunched up underneath ain't going to matter because it will be within another lining. Turning it around so that I'm not knocking things over, by the way. I'm pretty sure it'll be cute. It's for a 4-year-old, so it's not going to matter. But it's something that can be reused and played with as a toy. So I just did it as a grid. They're not perfect. And I did a really large stitch length, as you can tell. I put it at 3 on my machine, which is big. So there's one. Let's get this other one done now. And then we'll cut them out and do that next step that it says to do. One of the steps is read thoroughly. Okay, now let's do the same thing on this one. We'll start with a center stitch. Just kind of just guess where they're going to be. And this is how you can tell that I cannot sew a straight line for the life of me. I'm never straight. Ran out of bobbin. That looks good, good. I would have used the lines on the pumpkin. Hi, Patricia. Spot yourself in the embroidery machine, but haven't had too much time to sew because of working too much. Well, don't work too much then, Saneda. Hi, Dawn. Did I say hi, Dawn, already? I don't remember. Yeah, I was going to use the lines. That's what I thought about. And then I just, you know what? I don't want to have to try to follow anything specific. So I will just do it like this, which I've already done. Might as well just keep going. I ran out of thread right here, so. top. Put a small little back stitch right here. There we go. Put that extra thread. I'm not looking for perfection with this. I'm looking for usable. I want it to be usable. I want it to come out to where she can use it and it won't break. It was good that I have all this, the poly cotton fabric. Because now I know what I can do with it. Tiffy made a boo-boo. I folded this down in accidentally. In regular quilting, you gotta make sure that that don't happen. It's a good thing it only caught the edge, which I doubt. Yeah, I don't even have to worry about that spot. Well, maybe I do just a little. Make sure your stuff stays open and flat. Don't feel bad if I can't sew straight either. I use guides. Well, you can't use guides on this unless you tape it with paper tape, I think. Yes, I'm pretty sure she will love it. She's one of those kids that will use it for Halloween, obviously, as well as she'll want to use it to put toys in, because I gave her some of my old purses before to play with, and she just she'll fill it up with like potato heads or little rings or baby toys even, and carry her baby around as if it was a diaper bag. So yeah. It will definitely get used more than just Halloween, for sure. Now I'm going the other way. Instead of back stitching, I'm just going beyond the design. Holding it straight. I think it's looking pretty good. But I do say so myself. For my first bag, and I just got to figure out how to put it together. This side has two little puckers. Oops. Not going to matter. The 4-year-old will never know the difference. And one more. Okay, so now the back is quilted. So now to the next step that says, hey, let's see. Once it's quilted. One side, diagram, right sides, blah, blah, blah. Trim, batting close to seam line, right side out, press. Okay, so now I trim it next to the seam line. There we go. Because the seam line is the outer part of the color. And I have to trim away some of these threads. Because there's lots of them. This video, giving it to her, Tiffany like to see her face. Hi, Aunt B. All right, let's get this cut out. I covered everybody that's here, right? Everybody's said something or hi since joining, or would we have watchers that aren't talking today? I was on another live earlier today, and I started talking, and then I had other things I needed to do while watching, so I was kind of listening and working, so I didn't talk. But I at least said bye at the end. So this seam, once these are sewn together, will get hidden, I'm assuming, because of the way it gets put together with the lining, it'd be hidden on the inside. All right, so there's piece one, the front cut out. Let's cut the back part out. It's a cute little pumpkin. Hell, this would just make a cute little wall hanging. You just bind it and hang it on a wall. Hi, Dewana. Yes, I'm making a bag for the baby. One is watching sewing, making 4 patches. Hold on. Why is this not? I'm seeing totally different stuff up on these screens. That's weird. Aha, there it is now. I had to refresh my other screen. So last night, my son went to homecoming with his girlfriend, the homecoming dance. His first high school dance. That was totally different for him. He said his feet hurt after because there were so many kids and a lot of walking and a lot of dancing and a lot of having fun. He said it wasn't much of the theme, though, because the theme was Aladdin, and nobody was really Aladdin, I guess. Nobody was dressed up like that. I guess once I sew this together, I'm supposed to make the little straps, I guess. I'm going to sew around the whole top part. Because I don't want these stitches to come undone. And the top is opened unless I fold it under certain. It doesn't show it that. It just shows the notches in the picture. Figure it out, though. But yeah, where was I? Yeah, he went to the homecoming. First dance. He said he had fun. His girlfriend was all dressed pretty. And the Maxine came over. She was dressed in a fancy dress for homecoming. She went with all her friends, her girlfriends. No boy date. Okay. Now I put these right sides together and sew, and they totally are not even. I'm going to cut this to where they're both even. Wasn't much off, just a little. And I'm going to throw some pins so that it stays the way I just cut it right now. Oh, my girlfriend's so cute. Yeah, and I got a crappy picture out in front of the garage, but when when Maxine messaged me, I was like, please take a good picture of your brother and his girlfriend. Because I didn't get a good picture, but she did for me. She even sent me one of him and her, Maxine and CJ, being silly. All right, so now that they're right sides together, you can see it's pretty much already lined. If you wanted to not have to put a lining in, it would be okay at this point because this quilted part would be the lining. But I'm going to start here at this top where it's supposed to stay open. And so down this side, sealing it up, and then stopping again at this side. Hi, Faith. All right, so I'm going to start up here at this side. And I'm going to back stitch. Now I'm really sewing through a lot of layers, like literally. I think I'm in the right, trying to stay in that little marking of the seam. Everything's nicely lined up. See how easy it is to sew around curves? Now, if I can only do that with clothing, I cannot figure clothing out for the life of me. That's my next feat to conquer someday, is sewing myself. I should show you guys. Since you guys know I have a hard time with clothing, what I went and got, should be right here. This should be super easy for me. It is a pattern for a skirt. I should be able to figure this one out. So, yeah, I got this, and one of these days I'm going to attempt to put myself a skirt together with one of my mini clothing item sewing stuff. All right, so now I turn this right side out. Still trying to read the directions. Aha, look at that. And it pushes out really nicely. So far, I have me mostly a bag. I'm going to make sure real quick that this lining, because it looks way bigger. I might have to shrink it down a little. Yeah, I'm going to have to sew in another 1/4 of an inch and then trim that excess off because it's kind of big in there. It's folding. So where's the opening? So I'm just going to sew a 1/4 inch away from the previous stitch line because it's not really fitting in there. And then I'll just cut that excess away. Definitely already making mistakes in the beginning, but I'm figuring it out. hoping that I'm going to be able to fit this through this little dinky hole that they tell you to leave open. Making a plastic thing over your eye. Let's see. Are they trying to get these strips in your eyes? All right, I'm going to cut off at the other stitch line now. It doesn't really matter if I'm perfect now because as long as it's a 1/4 inch away, this will be hiding on the inside. I didn't think all that quilting would make the whole thing shrink a little bit more. But I should have thought about that. Alright, so I just cut off a little. Now let's see. Still kind of seems a little big, but I don't think that's as totally a deal breaker with it, I guess. Seems to be okay. All right, now the directions say to make the handle, right? Handles. Okay, so now I need batting for the handles, just so that they look okay. And I'm going to use a rotary cutter and ruler for this part. If I can find mine. There it is. And then it says to iron on the line. Trying to read as I do this. Okay, so they go down in. Look at this, guys. I'm figuring it out. Okay. One handle. I have to press these real quick though, so and I have a disaster on my ironing board, so I'm just gonna grab an iron and my little bitty board. So to make these, and I should have thought about the thread. Dang it, I have black up there, but I'll make it work. Everything sewn can be unsewn. Yep. All right. So what am I doing? Pressing these. Nice. Pin a piece of medium weight interfacing on the inside. I don't want to use interfacing. I just want to use batting. Long sides, fold, lengthwise, baste, and sew. So I'm folding it in half, undoing it, putting batting in, and then folding the center into itself, like this. Oh, and I'm just folding it in half. Like that. The baste and stitch raw edges, leaving short ends open. Turn right side out and press. Oh, I don't even have to add anything to it. I can just add another piece of. Should be good. So saying to fold and then flip it. I'm just going to do it the other way. Like I said, my ironing board is covered with another project and lots of fabric. So I will just press right here. Keep your travel iron and a pressing mat close by the sewing machine. Okay. Alrighty. Okay, so I'm going to do it the way with the batting. Just grab a small piece that's, oh my, exact length. Piece of batting for this one. And a piece of batting for the other one. Ah, I will make this work. So, what I know is folding in half, creating a half point mark. Opening it back up and then folding the outer sides into the half. So pretty much putting it in threes. Turn it around so I'm not burning my fingers. Then open it, trim my batting down to size, put it in, and fold it. So I need to cut just a little bit thinner. And I don't throw away all this stuff because I can use that as the stuffing for these little doll things. All right, so this should fit in here now. Fold that over. Like so. Aha. I'm getting it, guys. I'm getting it. So I'm going to leave that one there for a second. Press this one. I shall conquer this bag. That's the size of the ironing board you got. This is the one I used when I was in my room. I even recovered it in a video, I think. I don't remember. I'm not sure. I'm pretty sure I did, though. Okay. Now cut this little piece. Remember, guys, I've never done this before. Ever. Ever, ever. That one there. Over. Okay. really don't want to use white thread, so I'm going to swap out to black while we're here. I think I'm having more trouble with handles than I did anything else. We're going to have a little bit of black thread on here. Okay. Yeah, and you know, I actually found some panel things that I have that would make cute little like tote bags. So once I figured this out, I'm pretty sure I can make quilted little tote bag things, you know, with the other ones that I have, the other panels, because they don't look like they would be for anything but side projects, I guess. So yeah, just thread my machine real quick. And to this day, I still have yet to figure out how this threader on here works, this little automatic lever threader thing. Can you believe that? I've had this thing a little over 2 years now, and I still cannot figure out the threader. I'm also having issues sticking the needle in the hole, or the thread through the needle hole. Go in the hole. Go. Come on, in the hole. In the hole. Because I can't keep my fingers steady today. There we go. All right. Oh, the hospice where her mom stayed. Oh, you guys are talking about Sandy making the quilt that she's making. All right, so now I'm going to fold this over. Fold that where I folded the other piece. And just hold it down and stitch right there on that edge. And hold it as I go, right on that little lip. As long as it stays nicely folded, I'll just so a little bit at a time, and then fold the little lip piece over. I made a handle before on something else that ripped off, so I made a new one. So this part I knew kind of how to do. And it wasn't actually with fabric before either. It was with a piece of like almost leather, like fake leather. It was really thick. But I just didn't want to give up my bag. So I made a new handle for it. It came out okay. So I'm going to press this real quick to lay a little bit flatter, and then I'll be right back in the camera to trim off that excess. But I just want this to lay flat, and I'm going to sew on the sides to make it more sturdier. Cut off the extra batting. And then I'm going to sew down both sides to make it 100% sturdy. Literally on the edge, like pretty much 1/8 of an inch. side. Seems pretty good to me. So there's one. Now let's make the other one. And fold that over. That's a little wide right here. Let me chop some of this off real quick. All right. I'm gonna fold, fold, hold with my finger, back stitch, and fold and sew. I have a little crease that's staying on. Hi, Sandy. Maybe you guys can help me here. Sandwich my quilts together, having trouble getting the backing to lay flat without any wrinkles. You need to lay it, when you're putting it out, you need to put it on a flat surface. Are you basting it with spray or pins? When I first started quilting, I'd never did anything but the spray. And I actually find the spray better because you can flatten it out, lift it away from the spray, flatten it out again, and so on. And then I pinned on top of that. But I always found it easier to lay on like the hard floor in the living room, on tile or some kind of flat surface, and then smoothing out as you go, and then quilting it with the walking foot, I learned was a lot easier. Because I did get a lot of wrinkles when I was just quilting before I got this machine, and I was using a different brother, and I was quilting. I just used whatever foot was on the, that came with the machine. All right, I'm going to press this. I'll be right back. And then I'm going to sew down the sides after I cut the excess away of the batting. And then I'm going to check the sides of the actually, I'll just do it now real quick, making sure they're both exactly the same size. And they are. All right, I'm going to sew down both sides of this one. Rearranging your house and going through mom's things and getting rid of them. She was border, so you have a lot to do. You mean hoarder, not border? I think it's just when you get really old, people collect a lot of things. My grandma was that way. She had a hard time getting rid of stuff. I mean, I do too, but nothing like my grandma had. Are you keeping any of her things, Sandy? Like for memories or whatever? Or for grandkids? For her, what would be her great grandkids, just like mementos or whatever. All right. 2 handles. Now let's read this one more time to make sure I'm doing it correctly. Place short ends 1 handle between indicated right side permitted and the side of the front. No handle will be facing down. Stitch in place. So what I'm doing is putting a handle here. And I guess got to make sure that the handle is laying exact. So we're going to put a handle right here on this front one. And I'm going to sew it, and then we'll put one on the back and sew it as well within the little parameters that it goes. And I'm pinning them facing in the bag, or facing down on the bag, you know. You know what I'm saying. Okay, now for this one. Good thing that this has little markings. Because then I don't have to measure anything about being center. This could be a cute little bag. It already is cute. Alright. It's facing the way I want it. That's facing the way I want it. So let me sew these real quick like it says to do. There's probably other ways to do it, I'm pretty sure, but I'm just going to sew it on right here first. Back stitch. Back stitch. It's like a stay stitch so that I don't need the pins when it goes into the bag. And I think I'm going to have to take my extended plate off because this is kind of a, you know, not very big of an opening. And I need to be able to go around smaller. Look at this, guys. I'm figuring it out. I'm doing it. I can do it. All right. So those are permanently down momentarily. Where are the rest of my directions? Then it says to place pin in the base edge of lining bag, stitch in, turn bag right side out. Okay. Top, slip, stitch, open. Okay, so this now goes over this like this. Okay, tell me if I'm doing something wrong. Repeat the procedure. Note that the bag and lining are now right sides together. So I'm sticking this inside this. If I'm doing something wrong, please tell me. But I'm pretty sure this is what it is. Keeping my handles down, lining up my side seam. I'm glad that this still had the directions part. And then put a pin in it. Come over to this other side seam, match that up. Throw a pin in it. If you can get it like really straight, then yes, it's good. The right sides together. Yeah, I got it. Right sides together. And now I have to sew around this opening, which is not very big. So, my little, oh, I forgot I have tape right here. You guys get to see my mess under there real quick. Wow, is it a disaster. Clean up all this little bits of disaster. Pull that out of my way. Until I don't clean under my machine very often, huh? All right. And there's the hole in the lining, which is right here. And I don't see how I'm going to pull that through, but I'm going to unpick it a little because that is not very much of an opening to pull through. I'll pick it after I sew. All right. Now to sew the bag at the top all the way around. Yeah, okay. And then it says I could back stitch at the handles to make sure that they're really in there. And I'm still using the black thread now because that's what's on the machine. I'm kind of glad I took my tray away. What am I doing wrong? They are right sides together. It just doesn't look like it's a very bright fabric. This, you can see it's brighter on that side. It's right sides together. Pretty. You have to have pretty side out. Lining is inside out. When it's flipped through this, it's going to pull that out, right? Because that's what it says. It says on here. Slip bag, which is right side out, into lining, which is wrong side out. That's what it says. So I'm going to sew it. Don't stop me. I'm sewing now, guys. All right. When I get to the handles, I'm going to backstitch a bazillion times. It's going to hold a lot of candy. Don't want it to come apart. Don't think we will see it the same from here. Okay, so we'll see.
Are you sewing mine?
Yes.
Okay. I'm going to throw meat on.
Okay.
And stuff. Just going to do something easy, like meat, baked beans, and veggies. Mm-hmm. Sound good?
Yep.
If we want, we can have some leftover too.
Okay.
Okay. I love you. We're going to change the tire when I do that. And then we'll bring the groceries around.
Okay.
Show you a shoot when we're done.
Okay.
Got 2 pairs for like 22 plus or something.
For what?
2 pairs.
For $22?
Yeah, one was 7 and the other was 15. Got them the $15 pair is pretty nice, and the 7 is just the cheaper or whatever.
CJ needed new shoes. Like, desperately needed new shoes. That boy is growing so fast. I am picking up all the dust from under my machine right now, like a lot of it. Wait, that was a handle right there. If I'm doing this wrong, there's a lot of stitches that will have to be ripped out. And I'm really gonna have to dust this before I flip it. So I vacuum my room all the time, every week on Sunday, but I do not really dust very often. I dust the shelves and the TV and the computer and stuff. All right, moment of truth, guys. Did I do this correctly? Yeah, there's no way I'm pulling that out of that little dinky hole. Okay, just hope it doesn't rip it completely. I'm trying to hold this at the same time. See? Aha! I did it, guys. Oh, I gotta stitch that shit. Let me press it first, though. Right there at that seam to hold it. See now? And then all I have to do is slide it in there. So let me close that opening or sew that opening real quick and then sew the... I'm gonna press it real quick with the iron, though, so that that 1/4 inch seam holds over. Guess I'll do it where you guys can see what I'm doing. Stick my hand in here, and because it's curved a little, just like push it out. Can you believe it? I'm almost done with my first bag. I still have the top stitch, it says. Can't believe I did something I've never done before. Woohoo! Supposedly, I guess you can hand sew this, but I am not hand sewing because, well, I can't hand sew. I suck at it horribly, horribly. I don't want this to fall, so I'm going to move it back out of the way. You're proud of yourself making bags now. Yeah. Oh, I do not. I just remembered, too, that I did that. Sorry, I'm reaching my hand in and pulling any dust through. I totally forgot to shake the dust off. So I'm making it come out the hole. And nothing's coming out. It's not going to matter. All right. Now to seal the hole shut. Just right here on the edge of the stitching. And I'm still got the black thread, which is fine. Just slowly stitching it shut. Right on the edge. Now, shove it in there. Oh, and it fits so much better. I'm glad I took that excess away because that fits way better. I'm not hand sewing that one on the Mariner Star. It's not going to Quilt Show now because I didn't get it done in time. It's still on the frame. Today's day 12 of sitting out there. So I'm just going to show it off and sew it like I would normally sew my binding. Oh, why am I doing that? I still got to sew the outside edge. I'm having a brain fart. Sorry, guys. I just didn't want so much dust around it. So I'm going to press this real quick. So, yeah. That way it stays flat down. Hold on. Show you what I'm doing. I'm just going to put it over the hole right here. That's what the end of an ironing board is for. And use my fingers to make sure that it pulls it out. Stay nice. Stay nice. I guess you don't have to do this, but I don't want it to look too tacky. I want this to be inside the quilt. I mean the quilt, the bag. Stay down nice, and that way the lining doesn't make its way out, I guess. But again, I guess these parts are personal preference or something. It's weird that it was angled though. That made the seam different. All right. The last stitch will be in black. I'm just going to put this under and sew like right here at the edge, all the way around. Back stitch, 1, 2. All right, so I'm gonna carefully just sew this around the edge and it'll be done. And I've already a bazillion times stitched the handles, so technically the handles are nice and good. Okay, so how many of you have made a bag and how many of you have not? I want to know now that I've done it. And if you are watching this after the fact, please put it in the comments below. Have you made a bag before? I am picking up so much dust. I definitely need to shake this off now. Sorry, if you see me fighting with it, it's because some of the lining wants to come up. Ta-da! Let's shake that off. And I shall come show you all that I have actually completed a bag. Okay. Get all dust. Look at it has handles. They're not coming off. I did it. Oh, and there's little threads. And look, it has lining. I'll bring it up close so you guys can see. Little boo fabric. I made a Halloween bag. And that's the back. And it's nice and sturdy. The pumpkin part is staying pumpkin-like. Look at that. And I triple stitched the handles. You can't tell because it's black thread with black. So now let's make these two little stuffed things real quick because those will go easy. I've made plenty of stuffed things. All right. I'm just going to use the black thread since it's already in there. All right. I'm going to cut these little characters out and make two little stuffed little cat head and a stuffed bat. It says to sew them to the bag, but I'm not going to sew them to the bag. I'm not in the mood for that. And I'm not going to stuff them like overstuff them, but I am using batting instead of pillow stuff. And I left the bag so you guys can see it right here. How cute. And there's a little handle. And if you hear a loud humming sound, that is my son using the air compressor to pump up. Scott had a blowout on his car, so they're trying to get that change a tire. And CJ has to learn, so. Okay. There's one piece. Oh, let's see. I'll read. Okay, let's see. Where was I? My is snoring. That's your feet, Sandy. Okay, so Teresa has made bags. Faith has made bags. Michelle has made bags. Vicky, yeah. June, yes. So Not Normal has made some. Linda has not. So now you need to make one now that I have, because I had never done it till now. So you just saw I was able to do it. And I'm really retarded at this. Doris has made a few, but nothing complicated. And then everybody's saying great job. Okay, April has made a few bags. When I first started watching, you took your machine outside and blew all the dust out. Yeah, that's just I get the machine cleaned out all the time. I blow the dust out of it all the time. But the around my machine gets really dusty too. So I usually lift it up and wipe the table, but I've been kind of lazy about that. Just make these little 2 stuffed things. And I'm 100% sure she's going to play with them because, like I said, her sissy got a stuffed feed sack doll, and woo-wee, let me tell you. I asked her yesterday if she wanted. I have a Noah's Ark panel that makes a Noah's Ark thing, and then stuffed animals for that go inside of it. Like, I think it makes a bag. I'm not sure exactly, but all right, there's the back in front of that. Oh, this bat is going to be hard. Okay, let's see. I don't think I've ever stuffed something with this many angles. A lot of angles here. Should work though. I'm not doing it with any kind of lining in it or anything either. I'm just stuffing them. No need for anything else. I'll finish reading in a second. It's kind of got to concentrate, you know. Making sure that I'm cutting it right. Especially right here on these angles. Siobhan has not made a bag. Well, then get to it. I have, it's for Triana, the 4-year-old that is always with me here. She's sick, so I was trying to make everybody feel better by making things. And then I started feeling really, really sick, and I have not done anything since I was making a video 2 days ago, and I felt really gross, and I said, well, that's enough. I'm just going to go lay down and cuddle the baby. And that's all I've been doing. Hanging around with kids, but they went home today, so this will be a surprise for her on Tuesday. Pretty sure this is going to be funky looking, but who cares? I don't. Alright, now to cut the front part. Yes, it is very adorable. Very adorable. And now that I know how to make a bag, maybe I can actually make a real tutorial on it now that I know how to do it. On something else, though. I've always wanted a quilted tote bag, like actual patchwork quilted tote bag. So maybe that will be in my future now that I know how to do it. And it's very thick because it has that extra lining of that poly cotton blend stuff that I use to do that with. I'm not very good at cutting around curves. Not today, at least. But I'm hoping that today gave you guys some inspiration to make your own bags. For sure. Because that would be awesome. And then if you do make them, make sure you take pictures and post it in the group. And if you're new to my channel, don't forget to join the group. It's in the link below. As long as you're subscribed to Tiffany's Quilting Life, you can join the group and share with others and see what others share. And also, the cool part about the group is that I post most of the projects I do in the videos, as well as stuff that I don't make a video for. So that's the part of being part of the group. You get to see other things other than whatever, and then post yourself for questions, advice, showing off what you've done, being proud of yourself so that everyone else can be proud of you too. It's there for everybody. It is a community group, and it is in the description box below, which is that little arrow underneath the video for those that don't really know, as well as other links to other social media like my Instagram, Facebook, and then the group, my address for Happy Mail, and all sorts of stuff. All right. Poly cotton made it 3-dimensional. Oh, yeah, true. Definitely. Because that added more to it. All right, so these are going to go right sides together, and I'm just going to sew around. I guess the opening's on the side of that one, and then the bottom of this one. Right sides together. And sew all the way around. change my stitch length. There, even. Okay. So I'm gonna back stitch at the opening. Slowly go around it because it's such a small little thing. I'm probably gonna go around it more than once though because my seam is not very 1/4 of an inchy. And again, I'm going to use batting, not stuffing, because batting makes perfect stuffing. I'm going around it one more time because it's not really a 1/4 of an inch. There's the 1/4 of an inch. I don't have my guide on, and I really suck at 1/4 of an inch seams without my guide. Plus, it'll hold better because the baby likes to chew on hers. So if she gets a hold of this, she will definitely be chewing. I don't want it to fall apart. Alright, let's do this one. Let's see if I can hold that 1/4 of an inch this time. Where's the opening on this? Oh, it's on the side. This is going to be fun with all these curves. Alright. This one has a line for me to sew on though, which is good. How many of you make stuffed animals and stuffed dolls and stuff? I plan on making a new crossbody bag before we go on vacation. What's a crossbody bag? Like a bag that you can hold across your waist or something like a long handle, I guess is what it would be. I'm going around all these little, kind of hard to do that. Okay, this bat is definitely not going to be perfect. Alright, let's turn these. I'm going to be slowly stuffing them because they don't give you much of a hole. But it gives her 2 little toys, I guess, to go with her little bag. You're supposed to actually stitch it on. So, like, you're supposed to stuff it a little bit. I'm trying to push that ear out, sorry. You're supposed to stuff it a little bit, and then I guess you're supposed to sew it right here after you stuff it so that it's kind of whatever. So the cat would go on the front, and then the bat would go on the back, but I'm just making them as little animals, little stuffed dolls, because so I'm going to have to use the scissors to turn the whole thing. My fingers are not going to fit in here all the way. Diane makes stuff. Okay, hold on. Let me go to the top. Okay, I'm going to make little crossbody bags, making extra bigger next time. Okay, so Linda's made stuffed stuff. Faith's made stuffed stuff. Diane's made stuffed animals. Faith has made stuffed animals. Billy does the great grandson. Likes to make stuffed toys. April has tried a memory bear doll. Nope, not good at that. They were horrible. They couldn't have been too horrible. Let's see. So not normal. If you get the itch to try another bag, check out Swoon. They have free patterns and stuff. Well, actually, you know, surprisingly, guys, I actually have a lot of patterns for bags. A lot. Like, probably like 25 of them. They were in some of the stuff that I got at the quilt show. And all those books and patterns and stuff that I got. There was a lot of for making purses and bags and totes. And I'm not good at that kind of stuff, but it's going to be hard to stuff this little thing. I can't even get that little tip out. This might just be a loss on this one. I don't know. We'll see. Come on. Go, go, go. Get out there. This is a funky looking little bat, that's for sure. I'm just using the scissors along the seam. How do they even expect me to close this thing? Okay, whatever. I'm not going to stuff it too full. Maybe I should iron it before I stuff it. Because it's not really. There we go. And that comes out like that. I'm trying to just use my fingers and roll this little seam out. I think I'm going to press this one because this one is not staying. Hold on. Stay with guys. Stay. Yeah, none of his little pieces are coming. All those little curves that they have you sew, none of them are coming out. That's retarded. Yeah, very retarded. Don't know how they expect this to look like a little bat. It's a little bat though. Whatever. Stick my finger in it again. Just to make sure. It's not staying. The lump at its head. Well, this is as batty as it's going to get. All right, so stuffing. So when you're quilting and you have lots and lots and lots of batting pieces, I actually save this stuff, the cuts from the sides. Why? Because I can shred it up and use it for projects like this. It pulls apart. This is the poly stuff. Well, actually, there's a mix of everything, but there's poly cotton, there's 100% polyester, there's all sorts of stuff here. And I just rip it apart and carefully stuff it in this little dinky hole that they tell you to sew. Okay, let's finish the stuffed animal thing. Made bunnies. My mom used to make bunnies, and I actually have some in my outside. Wish you had more zipper closures. Made some dressed woodland animals, fox, bear, squirrel, mouse by hand, but they were models rather than toys. I think that's what the ones my mom made when I was a little girl were. Just to I guess, model that they sit on a shelf next to doll houses, you know. I stuffed toys when your children were little, but they're in their 30s and 40s and you don't have any grandchildren, so you don't have anyone to sew them for. Pre-sew them now, put them in a box, and save it till the day that there's grandkids. Oh, and you made dresses for your bunnies too, Diane. Wow. My mom did that same exact. I never was interested in any of that when I was a kid. Hands-free bag that crosses over your neck and shoulder. Swoon. Let's see. You have Teresa has made stuffed little animal dolls. She was horrified when they were bad. Don't have pictures. Might have. Oh, I should put this in front of me and make it a little bit easier. Got one tomatoes and peel for the freezer. And lots of things that were sold in a Faith has made stuff that were sold in a shop. Wow, that's cool. June saying, "Okay, good luck, Sandy. They have memory bears you might want to make something out of your mom's." Oh yeah, she can do that. Why is it the points of the cat's ears came out, but the points of the little bat didn't? Does anybody know why? Because that's kind of weird. One thing did and one thing didn't. All right, let's tear some more of this stuff. Now I'm working with a different kind. This is a little thicker. I'm not going to put too much in here, but I am going to at least make it nicely stuffed. Used to make, let's see, you made one cow. One is gathered dress. Took 24 hours to make the dress. What? That's a lot of work. Make dolls and sold them to many army moms. Oh, that's cool. All right. Put a little bit more stuffing in this one. We'll sew this one closed and then figure out why this bat looks funky. Because it really does. The ends did not come out. It says to sew those points, but that's where the seam line was, even like around the drawing. Just a little bit more. Just the rest of this, I guess. And then we'll seal it on the machine because I'm not a hand sewer. Everything I do is on the machine. So what I'll do is I'll use my fingers to push the stuffing completely out of the way and then pull tight and sew it shut. That's how I've been doing it all this time. Except I'm not going to sew the whole bottom, like along the whole bottom like I usually do. I'll just do the little area. And since it already made like a 1/4 inch seam, I just kind of fold it in and use my fingers. I'm going to put it at the machine, put the needle down, and then pull to keep that folded all the way in, and just sew 1/8 of an inch. And then we'll stuff the other little character. I'm going to use my fingers to flatten down the whole little character. Back stitch. Once that needle is down, I'm just going to fold that in and pull and hold the fold as I go. For those that are new to this, holding it and folding it. I wish I could bring the camera close to show, but I'm not on that kind of camera. So I have a little cat head. See, the ears came out on this, but the bat, it didn't. And you can really not really tell that there's a seam down there. So this is like totally supposed to, but I'm not doing it for those that are just joining. It is supposed to be sewn onto here for the 3D look. So it's supposed to go here, and then the bat is supposed to go on the back. But I think that looks funky, honestly. That's my own personal opinion. I'm just going to let it be a little doll that goes inside her bag, and she can just play with it. So I'll leave that in the picture so that you can see. Well, you can't see when I'm using the stuffing. I don't know why these guys didn't come out, though. That's so weird. Like the curves for the top part did, but the down here at the bottom, it didn't. But it showed me to sew all the way around that. I don't know. All right, let's figure out how to stuff this thing. I'll have to use the scissors, I guess, to push the stuffing in there. And I do actually have a bag of fluff, for pillows, but this stuff needs to get used up. I have a whole, 3 more bags in the garage because I've been cutting in there. This is just the cuts from the stuff I've been machine stitching in here for free motion quilting. These are the leftover project stuff in here. Anything that I cut in the house. Everything else is out in the garage when I cut when I trim quilts after they come off the frame. Oh, my finger barely fits in here. Brenda Logan, hi from Canada. Finally caught me live. Hope you have a great day. Aw, well, hello there, Brenda. Welcome. Terry. Did I say hi to you already, Terry? I didn't notice your name was there. All right, so I'm just going to shove this end first really good as I go with my finger. And then I'll just pull more, shove it in, stuff it with my finger. I thought I'd need these scissors, but I guess not. Edmonton. Hey, Brenda, do you watch Curiosity Incorporated? They're in Edmonton. He's on here on YouTube, but he has an antique store. I love watching their videos. I love all the antiques. It's pretty awesome. Trying to use the fluff to push out these pieces. You love that show? Yes, I love watching it too. Love it, love it, love it. I liked watching them do the Potter House. How they turned it from the most worst hoarder house I've ever seen. You know, I've never really seen anything worse than that. Even on that show Hoarders, like that was a hoarding house like crazy. No, but you should check it out. Yeah, they're there, and he likes to meet his fans too. It's kind of cool. You can go to his shop. They just opened a new I don't know exactly what city, or I don't know if you guys even call it cities there, what area his new store is, but I know that they are in Edmonton. Yeah. Toronto. Okay, so I'm using this, even though I pressed that with the iron, I'm just going to use my finger to, this guy's going to get a little bit more harder stuffed, I guess, than the cat did. This one's like I should just sew a pencil into it and turn it into a pencil. It's called Curiosity Incorporate, INC. Just type in Curiosity INC on YouTube. Yeah, when it comes to watching stuff on YouTube, besides watching quilting stuff, I love watching antique shows or antique related people that do antiques or woodworking. I love to watch woodworking videos. Yep, and I don't even make stuff with wood. I just like watching it. I think it like hand carving woods, or when they use chainsaws to make statues and stuff. I don't know why, but it's intriguing. Very, very, very intriguing to watch. I don't know how this one's going to get closed very carefully, by the way. This one is... It looks so weird. And they expected somebody to sew this on the back. Yeah. They should have made it just a little bit bigger. Blowing glasses. Oh, yes, I've watched blowing glass videos, too. Those are awesome as well. I like watching things, I guess, crafting and woodworking, and I guess things people do with their hands, handmade. I like watching handmade stuff as well as antiques and stuff because I like antiques. I don't have much antiques, but the stuff that I do have, I like antiques. I don't know. I'm going to be able to shove the rest of this in here, I think, and I don't think I'm going to get any more in after. Because I still have to be able to close this little guy. This one's like hard as rock, too. I'm beating it, making sure it's working right. All right, just a little bit more. And I still need to close it, so I'm going to not put too much, and I'll just pound it like that to get it to equal out throughout the rest of it. Stupid that they made the opening on this side, too. So I don't know how I'm going to get that to stay shut. A little bit more stuffing. But that will be too fat to fly. Yeah. You know what's cool is we get a lot of bats around here. And every night, it's like clockwork. Every night they fly, the bats, around my pool and through my patio on the back porch. And I just like to watch them. It's so cool watching the bats. All right, I'm not stuffing any more in here because this is like very hard. I am going to try a quilter from Toronto. Are you talking about what's her face? She's kind of got like a blondish reddish color hair and it's short. Just Get It Done Quilting lady. What is her name? Sorry, I just know the channels usually, not the names as well. Not trying to think of her name though. Yeah, I talked to Dale too. I like Quilting Help. That's his name's Dale. And I have not, nobody's heard or seen anything from the Quilting Marine in a long time. Unless you have, then you can let us know here. All right, I'm going to try to figure out how to close this because this one's a little bit more trickier. Oh, see if I can even fit this under here. If I get that needle down, that's all that everything should follow. All right. Okay, that didn't work. I know I put too much batting in here. That way you can see what I'm doing here, guys. All right, let's push
Who's
this.
about done?
Okay, give me a few minutes. I'm
Oh,
almost
do your
done.
thing. I'm just letting you know.
Okay,
You
now
gotta
let's
come look at
figure it
that
out.
lovely pie then. It's pretty. You'll get a kick out of it.
Okay.
A donut on a Geo. It's a mini.
I'm leaving the needle down, guys, while I do this because it is really hard to close.
I'll let you go. I love you.
I'll probably go over this one twice because it's not, it's not mattering really. It's just for the kids, so it's just really stuffed. Come on, get over there. Oh, it would help if I had thread. I pushed it all and I ran out of bobbin. I don't think I have another black. Let's see if this is gonna work. It's navy blue, but whatever. I can find the end of it. It is wrapped pretty tightly. Okay. Almost done. Let's try this again. Put the needle down in that spot. And sew it closed. I'm going to come on the other side now. Aye. Be nice to have it catch. This one's going to be funky, and I cannot help it, no matter what I do. All right. We have a bat, sort of. And there's a spot that's not closed, but oh well, because I can't really get the needle to stay right there. I'm going to can't say oh well, because I don't want it to open. Don't want it to open. Let's get that down in there. Maybe I stuffed it too full, guys. There we go. It grabbed this time. It got it. It grabbed it. There we go. There we go. Ah. All right, that's it. I'm done. I did it. I'm more proud of the bag than I am of the pillows, though. Because this is sewn very funky. Now, there. Can't tell, can ya? We've got a bat. There's a fat bat. He's actually not that fat, but he's a fat bat. He's really tightly stuffed. So we have a bat and a cat, which the bat would probably bite the cat, suck its blood. Or maybe the cat would eat the bat because it's a bird. What do you think? And then we have a bag, which I'm more proud of the bag. So for those of you just joining who caught me late, we have a wonderful Halloween bag with two handles that are actually the same size. It's a miracle. And there's the front, there's the back, and then the lining says boo, and what does it say? Yo. It says a yo, hoo, like hoo hoo, like an owl, squeak, growl, caw, hiss. It's just all sorts of sounds. Growl. I already said growl, huh? Oh, it has a hee hee. It says hee hee with the little witch. Couldn't get the word out, guys. Isn't that so cool? It's the inner lining, and that's the back. And like I said, technically this is supposed to go here and be 3B, but I think that would be dumb, especially the bat. Like, seriously, how are you supposed to even attach it? I mean, obviously you would put thread through here, but I kind of just like the picture itself. It, to me, is fine. I mean, they gave it eyes, so technically you don't have to because it's the same face. So she's getting herself a little bag so she can go trick-or-treating this year. Super adorable. And it's all together with two little stuffed toys to go with it. So, all right, let's see. Well done. God, guess who's coming to dinner? He's making, Alexa bought him steaks and pork chops, and I think steaks, pork chops, and chicken for his, and a thing of cottage cheese because Scott loves cottage cheese. So she got him steaks, pork chops, and chicken for his birthday, which was the 25th. And yeah, I told him, don't buy him necklaces or anything like that anymore. If you're gonna buy him a gift, buy him food. So that's what she did. Alrighty. The cat would eat the bat. You think so? I don't know. I guess it would depend. All right. Applause. Aunt B. And stuff you get now, just throw away. Knee surgery. Crafting. Don't get a grade. Scott, come make us supper. Sewing blog. And then I'm going from bottom up with reading the comments. Make sure I didn't miss anything. Make a swing bag, Lauren Moore on YouTube. All right, so I'm going to look up. You know me, guys. I always write this down. Swoon. That way I'll remember. Swoon. Oh, hold on, make sure I'm spelling that correctly. So look it up. WOON. Swoon. For bags. Okay. All right, I wrote it down. I won't forget. Goes in my big, huge pile of do not forget back here behind me. Since I see it, I shouldn't forget it. And what else? Okay, so coming up video-wise, I'm working on a video. Just thought I'd let you guys know I'm working on a video. And I'm trying to do the best I can with directions in it, as well as I'm not going to do any fast-forward parts in the video, or at least try not to. So I'm just stopping and recording. So I just edit them together. So I'm working on a video for a quilt. That way I don't have to do it in a bunch of different lives and you guys can remember the directions and how things go. Also, I kind of want to do that skirt pattern one of these days soon. Maybe I could make it a Sew Sunday project like I did with this. as well as, do you guys know what an infinity scarf is? I'm pretty sure you do. Well, I have it already cut. I just need to sew it together. My long piece to sew, and it's really, really soft fabric. I'm going to be making myself an infinity scarf, and I saw one online that has a pocket. So I'm kind of thinking I need to figure out the size for the pocket part to go in this. So I'm going to be making myself an infinity scarf. So that's just a small little thing. As soon as I figure out the pocket part, then I'll put it together. It'll just be a small video, really short, probably less than 10-minute video. I don't know. We'll see. So that's coming up, plus the pattern. And I don't think there's anything else. Does anybody have any questions? Nobody asked me. I don't know if any of the people that are been emailing me are here, but I've been getting asked questions about the Hunter Star and making some other things. But I was going to do it. I can come back on tonight and do it because I'm going to go eat now. But if anybody has questions, put it in the comments below or remind me in an email, which is also in the description below. Ask me there and or on Facebook Messenger. Other than that, Colbat? I don't know what you're saying, Michelle. I was so into crafts and read. Those were the days. Yep, that's with Rat. Yeah. I want to try a skirt. Glad to talk to you through it. If you want to try a skirt, I would be glad to talk you through it. I started sewing garments 64 years ago. That's a long time to make garments. Wow. All right. Well, definitely. I'll probably do it in a live then, so you guys can go, no, you're doing it wrong, or yes, you're doing it right. It's a simple skirt. I should be able to figure it out. It's the pattern. Me and Lexa cut out a pattern, and I don't know what we were doing, and we marked all the pieces. I haven't sewn it. We haven't sewn it together yet. We just got the pieces cut out. It's been a long process with that, so that's just a little side project. But other than that, I will take some pictures of this little project that I did today. I'm going to get going so I can go eat. I'm glad you guys all joined me for a wonderful Sunday, and I hope you guys all get to sewing. Don't forget, if you're new to my channel, head down there, hit that subscribe button, ring that bell, get notifications when I'm live and or post videos, which is still kind of rare, but I will do. And don't forget to like my videos. Lots of thumbs up, guys, because that helps other people see the videos so that more people can start joining us, as well as share my videos so that other media outlets, social media outlets can find me as well, because not everybody knows. So other than that, I will see you guys either during the week or next Sunday. Bye for now.